Hello. Today I'm going to show you how to carve a simple puppet head. In this case, a bird. We're going to be using floral foam, which is inexpensive and readily available at most craft stores. People use it for, well, displaying flowers. But we're going to use it as a carving medium, and we're going to use a standard, if old, hacksaw blade. Hacksaw blades are useful because, in this case, you really can't cut yourself. We begin with a couple of simple cuts, making two basic mountains, and then another cut underneath. You have to make sure you hold the piece firmly, and this is especially true with kids. But again, what's nice about a hacksaw blade is that neither yourself or your kids are going to cut yourself. And with just one tool, we can do it, but in fact, we can use another tool, our hands. The nice thing about floral foam is it's readily sandable with just your hands, and your hands don't even have to be that rough, as mine normally are. You can use your hand, most of your hand, just as you would a sanding block, taking off the rough edges. And what's nice again about floral foam is that since it's heavier than air, the pieces will fall to the work surface. Now, that's the top base of maybe a bird. Let's do the lower beak. Again, using a hacksaw, holding your piece firmly, take off one piece, and then another. Kind of a dipping eye. But again, the front end of a beak is kind of pointed. So two more cuts. Get you a leaning tower. And again, use your hands to just smooth off those rough edges. There we go. That begins to look like perhaps a toucan. Well, perhaps just a toucan in a cartoon. It's always at this point that I like to encourage kids to see beyond just what they're making and try to visualize the final product. Here it's nice too that you can use your fingernails to really cut into the material. It's very soft. And you can, at this point, do as much fine detail work as you want. It's always here that one begins to really see what the final thing is going to look like. Yeah, an upper and lower jaw. But if he's going to talk, he needs a place for a tongue. Both the lower palate and the upper palate. And it's always nice to knock off the residual dust every now and again. Looks good, but clearly is missing something, perhaps some nostrils. And again, here you can do as much detail as you want, but it's still missing something. In this case, eyes. Definitely eyes. And here's where a standard ping pong ball is useful. Ping pong balls, of course, you can buy at any grocery store. And you can use the ping pong ball itself to really dig into the floral foam. Create a nice socket, and of course you want to do one on the other side. Symmetry with a puppet is important. And here's where a kid really begins to see what they're making. Put in a little thing. Let's see, and of course, what an eye needs is a pupil. And in this case, you can use a small wooden button. And suddenly an eye takes shape. And this is when a kid really knows that they've made something. But this is kind of soft. So if they're going to make a puppet that is hard, you want to coat it with paper mache, just standard wallpaper paste and flour. And you got something very hard, standing up to anything, any drama that a child will throw at it. And that's about it. That's all. I hope you enjoyed the video and keep creating.